Hello and welcome to my lessons learned video. I'm Rick Scheiber. You may notice in this picture that my hand is raised and you might be thinking, what a friendly guy waving hello. But you'll learn from my course that I'm signaling that I'll be making a right hand turn on my bike. So a little bit about why I created the project I did. I'm a bicycle commuter and I log 10 miles each way on my daily commute to and from work, which accounts for the vast majority of the exercise I get. I'm a strong proponent of bicycle commuting and doing it in a safe manner. A major aspect of this is being alert to everything going on around you and making those around you aware of your intentions. With the number of bicyclists spiking, especially in urban areas, bicycle safety is a timely subject to focus on. I envision this course being linked to and promoted by municipalities that are interested in educating riders to make safety their priority. The city that I call home, Boston, has implemented the Vision Zero campaign to eliminate traffic crashes in the city. Imparting instruction on safety measures and advocacy for improving urban infrastructure that serves all commuters could make great strides in achieving this formidable goal. So I've split the remainder of my presentation into two categories, the first being growth and the second challenges. First, let me address the course with Rebecca 684. I have to admit that this has been the most demanding workload of any course I've taken so far in the ID program at UMB. That said, the knowledge and skills imparted in this course have been the most practical, and I will utilize them throughout my career as an instructional designer. Prior to this course, I relied heavily on multiple choice quizzes as my primary measurement to assess student comprehension in online education. This is a quiz question I created for my final project in 640, Planning, Design, and Development of E-Learning. I realize now that quizzes are just one tool in the assessment toolbox, and they are not always the right tool because they limit the scope and lack grounding in real-world applications of the skills and knowledge being imparted. The Student Teaching Week Beyond quizzes by Mia and Kathleen opened my eyes to creating more practical assessments that I feel would have more sticking power than a quiz. I utilize simulations such as assigning the students to record and submit videos of themselves performing an ABC quick check to ensure they are testing the readiness of their bike before they ride, or for the hand signal assignment, they took photos of themselves posing the various bicycle hand signals and describing what each one means. Building on that exercise, I assigned the course participants the task of creating a set of directions where they would switch out the text descriptions such as turn left or stop at the light with a hand signal that corresponds to that direction. Placing the students in a situation that simulates the real-world experience reinforces the practices that I've set out to encourage throughout my design of this course. This also ties into the structure of this course being instructor-led, where I will be judging the performance of the course participants in these assessments. Unlike a quiz that's grading system is pre-programmed and lacks a nuanced approach to grading, I have an active role in reviewing and supplying direct feedback to the students on their performance on these assessments, and I feel that this will be a much more helpful and rewarding experience for the learners and for me as the instructor. Besides the instructor-learner interactions, learner-learner interactions play a major role in many of the assignments. I encourage course participants to integrate document sharing applications such as Google Docs and Google Drawing into the assignments to create seamless opportunities for learner-learner collaboration. Google Docs and Google Forms have been tools that I've utilized in a variety of group projects in the ID program, and they've been an invaluable tool, and it made perfect sense to integrate them into the group assignments I created for this course. Now let's move on to challenges. The primary challenge was the necessary attention to detail to ensure consistency between the design document and the course infrastructure in Canvas, the LMS I chose to house the course. I went with Canvas because both my previous and current employers use this LMS, so I will definitely have an opportunity to apply what I've learned on the job. There's so many big picture things to consider, such as, does my design doc mirror the course structure in Canvas? And then there are smaller scale items such as, are all the pages visible in the course outline? And are the hyperlinks actively linked to the proper pages? And have all my acquired resources been attributed? There are such a variety of moving parts that must be checked and rechecked. I felt like I was so deep in the weeds at times. It's no wonder my employer utilizes 2 tiers of beta testing from a third party to review the content before it is released to students. Finally, gauging the learner. Questioning whether or not the assessment instructions adequately describe the activity I expect them to perform. Very late in the game, I made the call to add screenshots of what I expect to see in the students' submissions. And then there's time, making a judgment on the amount of time each module will take. I have an idea of how long it would take me, but if a participant isn't familiar with the applications that a particular assignment calls for, it will take them additional time to familiarize themselves with the functionality. Where I feel that I struggled and require further improvement is creating discussion items that the students will find engaging and encourage fruitful conversation. I think sometimes this happens organically when you have passionate people that are highly invested in the course, but how can I as an instructor spark that conversation when students don't have that connection to the material? To wrap this all up, while I feel that I've made great strides with this project, there is extensive room for growth, and striving to make these improvements keeps me invested and honing my craft as an instructional designer.